you know, I enjoyed it. I think won every round, and just yeah, pleased with the homecoming. You know, that was the important thing for this night, was the homecoming, bringing world title boxing back to Wales. It was a special occasion.
Tommy, if I could just ask, just quickly, have you enjoyed your experience in Wales in the fight with Nathan? Did you?
Absolutely. My experience here I've traveled to a few different places, and this is definitely I've been absolutely well received here. You know, of course, I actually enjoyed walking to the ring to hear, you know, the Welsh crowd cheering for Nathan, everything. It's a great experience, and I'd love to come back here and fight again. It's a great fight community here, and you know, the fans are into the fight, and they also seem to be knowledgeable as well. So and they have a great champion, and you know, I was highly impressed with Nathan as well. It's been a great experience all around.
Enzo Macronelli, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's up to the boss here. You know.
Nathan, have you got any opponents in mind for it? Has any names been discussed, or anyone you'd like to take on?
It'd have to be somebody at the ratings we'll look at.
Yeah, whoever, mate. To be honest, just important that as world champion now we get good quality fights, a world ranked opponent, just to keep my progression going as world champion, ready for the step up to the unification fights. So yeah, there'll be someone world ranked.
In terms of unification, is Hopkins, what you've spoken before, it does seem like that's your target, but you're quite open to...
Yeah, well, obviously they're the elite guys in the division. Hopkins and Dawson, they are number ones in the division. If you want to be the best, that's obviously the guys you head for, but you know, that's where I'm working towards. Obviously, being realistic now, we've got still 25 years of age, a few more learning fights at world title level, growing to becoming a world champion, and then, you know, maybe a David Shumanov WBA champion or a Travaris Cloud. Those will be real tests, but tests that will prove, you know, am I ready for to be unified champion or not, and looking forward to the challenge. Really.
You think you'll be ready by the summer? Is that the aim?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. Maybe a few more fights experience first would help, but if the opportunity came, then I'd grab it with both hands, and I definitely, you know, feel I could win the fight.
Can I ask both Frank and Nathan, you're talking about the unification fight, and obviously Chad Dawson and Bernard Hopkins fighting on the same night as you potentially. Would you be particularly bothered if Hopkins were to lose that fight? Would you still be interested in him as an opponent?
For me, it's all about, you know, the opponents that how I see the fight. I think that the best fight for Nathan is Hopkins. I think that Hopkins has got a tough fight tonight. I've got a feeling that Dawson will upset the odds. Or maybe not upset the odds, I'm not sure what the betting is on it. But I think that Dawson is going to give him a lot of problems. And but I would prefer Hopkins. I think it's from a point of view that he's a big name. He had a great fight with Joe Kawasaki, and if we brought him here and we did that show at the at Cardiff or the Millennium, it would be great. It'd be a great atmosphere. It would be another 50,000 crowd watching it.
So in that sense, it wouldn't bother you if he didn't necessarily have the title coming here? No?
Yeah, I mean, well, listen, if he got absolutely one-sided fight, he got the granny knocked out of him, then maybe not. We'll have to see.
It's just one of those fights, isn't it? It'd be a major event. You know, he's a legend of the sport, really, and to have a name like that, and you see now the crowd came out tonight and their numbers. It was excellent, you know, as a whole experience, as an event, regardless of all the opponent, really. But I think obviously Hopkins, he's an icon in the light heavyweight division. He's got that aura about him, so yeah, as an event, that would be I think that would be amazing. But.
And we got boxing back on the map in Wales again. You know, it's always been great coming down here. We've had some fabulous shows over the years, but it's been too long since we were here, and we've proved again that in Nathan we've got somebody that the fans have come out for, and they got behind him. I think they got tremendous reception, and that can only get bigger and bigger with the right fights.
Have you already spoken at all to the Millennium Stadium again about staging a fight here again, but also
Or
to Cardiff?
Or Cardiff City.
The stadium, what's that, 30,000 is it, or something like
That
that?
was about 30,000.
28.
38. With the pitch, and you got the pitch as well. So, perfect venues for it. If they get a double up tomorrow, is it a treble up tomorrow?
Travel.
If they get a treble tomorrow, they could fight for the cup, couldn't you? And that should be, that'd be great to do it. Either there or the Millennium, wherever it takes to do it. But we're looking, Nathan. I also think Nathan needs big fights. I think he rises to them. He's got fabulous temperament. He showed that in Liverpool. For me to go to Liverpool, which he did into Tony Bello's backyard, told me all I need to know about him. And I know that when it comes to the big fight, that it'll be there. As he's saying, he probably needs a bit. It's not about experience. It's about being busy and also getting in some ways, moving up through the quality, the quality of the fighters that he gets in with. And I think that brings the best out of him.
Nathan, you actually going to Wembley tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to head down. I'll go back to the hotel for a few hours now, have a Diet Coke, and then head down to Wembley early hours.
It's the big match tomorrow, Arsenal Spurs.
It is indeed.
Nathan, can you just,
Sorry?
for the Welsh press, Nathan, can you just express what it was like for you tonight? It's 4 years in the making, obviously, your homecoming.
Yeah, as I said, it was regardless of the opponent tonight. It was the homecoming, and that was what it was about for me. Returning home after 4 years since we've had world title boxing in Wales, and just to bring it back really. I think the timing was absolutely spot on tonight to return home as world champion, and there's value for their money tonight. Went the full distance, so well done to Tommy on that as well. It was an excellent night all round. The fans loved it. Great atmosphere. And just a whole buzz about the event. It was just, you can't buy that. It was just great.
Are you satisfied with your performance? Because I guess a lot of fans might have come here expecting a
Yeah.
big knockout.
Well, that's it. It's a wake-up call. Some fans were a bit cynical sometimes. It's easy to just sit back and say, just because you haven't heard of the opponent, to write them off. It's tough guys, and Tommy proved that.
They keep writing, every fight I make, they keep writing the guys off. They're all, Derek Chisora wasn't going to have an earthly. Tommy weren't going to have an earthly. They come to the fight. People come to the fight, we make matches, I make matches to, occasionally you're going to get a bum match. You try and make fights that you're going to get some value from the fans, and you're going to get people to come and fight. And that's what he did, he came to
Yeah, I was pleased with it. I think good performance, felt fit, felt fresh towards the end, picked some nice shots, took the field as expected, the way I fight. And as I said, Tommy sparred with, he's been around the world, great experience, sparred with Roy Jones, Shumanov, and all those guys operated at cruiserweight. And it's the reason why he's sparring those guys. He's tough, strong, solid. And I think Tommy came up to me at the end and said, I'm capable of beating anybody in the world, so that was great. Great compliment from my opponent as well.
Tommy, could you talk a little bit about how you compare Nathan with, say, like Shumanov?
Well, first off, as you know, sparring is definitely easier than fighting, of course, especially when you're in camp as a sparring partner. But I haven't been in with a fighter, no fighter I have been in with, I'd say, could walk over Nathan. I believe that, he after being in the ring here for 12 rounds, that he could fight with anybody in the world. You know, he's in top condition. He keeps a high work rate. He takes a good shot. I hit him with some good shots, and he sucked them up. And a lot of my shots have, you know, put guys down and rattled a lot more than they rattled him, and that's what surprised me more than anything. So I think he can compete with the likes of, you know, anybody in the world. You know, I think he would make a great fight for Hawkins or Dawson right now. I think he's, you know, ready for anyone.
Thank you.
Tommy, do you think he should maybe have had a knockdown in the first?
I wasn't sure, you know. I hit him and I raised my hand up right away because he dropped. I don't know if he touched. I don't know if he touched the canvas or not.
Slick,
You know.
Tommy, come on.
After that, it was kind of, you know, so you know, he came right back. I think actually the shot shocked him a little bit. He wasn't. I don't think he was expecting me to punch that hard, and it caught him off guard.
Sure.
And it might have woke him up.
Yeah,
Something woke him up, unless he was awake before he started. You know.
Was he saved by the referee in the 12th as well?
No.
Demand a rematch.
Yeah.
He's a good puncher. He's a good puncher, as I said. With all the guys I fought, he's probably, yeah, I'd say, and I fought and sparred some big punchers. I fought world-class punchers at cruiserweight. Like he's probably the hardest actually. Probably one of the hardest punchers I've sparred or fought. So you know, he landed a few in the first round, and I thought, you know, I've got to tighten up here because, as I said, that's why it's great to have these fights. Good learning fights. And he's an excellent guy.
A good pick by France.
Yeah, excellent choice of opponent.
Once again.
That'll take me to that next level again. So, well done to everybody who stayed to the event and everyone involved, really. Great night.
Oh, well done, fellas.
Oh no, Matt, sorry, Frank. What's the plan with Frankie Gambin?
The plan with Frankie Gavin, he's been told, he's still on report, and we'll see. He's got to keep himself in shape, and he'll be out again in about 5 weeks' time. And I think, you know, his young lady got a baby due next week. It's a bit of time out, but he's not to get out of shape and focus on what he's doing.
Is that all-rounding show you reckon?
I'd like to get him to fight the French guy that he's supposed to fought last time, or maybe a rematch with Curtis. Are we all done?
Thank you.
Lovely. Thanks for all your help as always in making the show a success.